Welcome to Legacy Insights. In this video, I'm going to be covering some quick disconnect antenna modification options for a Motorola APX 6000 radio. It doesn't normally come like this, but this is something that I put together because I want to be able to transition from the stubby antenna into the vest-mounted antenna system that I have on my plate carrier. So here's the stubby antenna that you use when it's not connected to the antenna on the plate carrier. So for pretty much normal everyday use. We have a BNC to SMA connector for the antenna, and then a BNC adapter for the radio itself, so you can do the quick disconnect here. Just a quarter turn instead of having to unscrew everything like this, which is the whole purpose of this system. Now, what I want to do is I want to cover these shiny bits with something a little bit more matte. So I purchased some 5/8 inch heat shrink tubing from Amazon, and I cut it to the exact size that I wanted this to be covered up, which is about this much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip this through it, apply some heat to it with a heat gun, and cover it up, make it look a little bit nicer so we can get rid of some of that silver finish. All right, so before we get started, I want to go over the connectors themselves. I purchased these two connectors from Disco32. It's actually pronounced Disco32. They are a communications company. They have a lot of products for all of your communication needs. They have antennas, they have push-to-talks, they have headsets, a whole slew of products that will help you get what you need for your best use on your radios. Now, we'll start with the antenna connector. This is a BNC male to SMA male adapter. SMA is what the Motorola radios usually come with, the APX series anyways. And what SMA stands for is a sub-miniature version A. It's a coaxial radio frequency connector that uses a screw type mechanism, and it offers a 50 ohm impedance value. And on the other side is the BNC male adapter. BNC stands for Bayonet Neo Consulman, which is the name of the creators. It's a quick connect disconnect radio frequency connector used for coaxial cable. Complete mating is achieved with a quarter turn, which you saw earlier. And it also offers a 50 ohm impedance value, just like the SMA. Now the radio connector itself, this is a black BNC female to SMA female adapter. Has the same properties as the other adapter for the antenna. It's just female-female instead of male-to-male. Now, quick note, I did try to find the antenna connector in the black, but they don't currently offer that on the site. So this is what I resulted to in order to remove some of the shiny. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with the application of the heat shrink. There, it looks good. I really hope this works. This looks pretty good. Still really hot. We'll let this thing cool down a little bit. All right, so let's put it on, see how it works. I think it looks pretty good. Perfect. All right, now so to test the whole reason for this project, for the quick disconnect, what I have here is my vest, or plate carrier I should say. I got a side wing type mounted radio pouch from Defense Mechanisms, my PTT connector, and this vest mounted antenna system that I got from Disco32 with a BNC adapter at a right angle. I have this whole thing routed through my cummerbund and weaved in the back MOLLE panel, which I'll show you guys here shortly. The whole purpose of the system is so that I can take this off without having to remove this adapter, plugging in this one and my PTT, and now I can have this antenna connector rotate without fear of having the connector unthreaded or unscrewed from the SMA side, because it can free spin up here without affecting the BNC connector. So go in here. And then when I put this on, which I'll show here in a few minutes, this will keep it tight to my body, and this will stay under my armpit and won't be poking up, and this will all stay nice and flush, mitigating any snag hazards. I have all of my communication stuff routed on my left side. It's in my support side. My push to talk is here. I have it coming down and then routed back through my cummerbund. I have a side wing style radio pouch that I put my radio in, which keeps it nice and tucked against my body when I connect my cummerbund. The star of the show is this 90-degree right angle BNC connector that's attached to my vest mounted antenna system, which comes along this way under my arm, keeps it nice and tucked underneath so it doesn't create any snag hazards. It's not poking up against my my armpit, and it's just more comfortable. It also has the ability to free swing left and right without taking the connector off or unscrewing it. I was having a problem with that before, which is why I went to the BNC system instead of the SMA screw-on system. So this doesn't loosen the actual connector and incurs a radial loss of some sort. So you can see it comes through my cummerbund here, and then I have it routed up and woven through my MOLLE back panel on the rear of my plate carrier there. I believe the antenna the actual tip of it is right here. That's where it ends, but the whole thing is the antenna itself. It has a better range, better performance than the smaller antenna for tactical purposes, which is much better, especially if you're indoors in a big concrete or steel building. It'll still receive and transmit much better than what you would get on the range on that stubby antenna, or even the longer whip antennas.